The Sian Sky College is a pioneer in the provision of a tourism education in the North. This 2019, the college celebrates its 25th anniversary. We are now celebrating our 25 years in providing tourism education.
Mabuhay! My name is Lori J. Rosales. I am a faculty member of Sea and Sky College. I am a national speaker under the Department of Tourism and a national ASEAN trader. I am a proud alumna of Sea and Sky College. Sea and Sky College celebrated its first grand alumni homecoming on its 10th year in 2004. Led by SAS Academic Dean Dr. Maria Luz O. Bolong, the celebration includes reading of the drafts of Sea and Sky College Alumni Association Constitution and the election of officers. This year, Sea and Sky College is celebrating another milestone. It is the 25th anniversary celebration. With me are the founders of the Sea and Sky College, President Daniel T. Bolong Sr. and Academic Dean Dr. Maria Luz O. Bolong. Madam Luz, what thoughts and emotions come to mind as you celebrate the 25th anniversary of Sea and Sky College?
As Sea and Sky College marks its 25th year anniversary, I couldn't be more thrilled about where we have come over the years and the exciting future that lies ahead. I want to credit Dr. Magdalena Hasmin, Higher Education Chief of the Department of Education, Culture and Sports, Region 1, as the driving force in my putting up the Sea and Sky College. In fact, it was through her advice that our founding anniversary coincides with an important celebration. Sea and Sky College President Daniel T. Bolong Jr. and I, your academic dean, were wed at Ermita Church on September 17, 1978. Last year, we had a very happy and memorable Ruby celebration at the college lobby. I am reminded of my hospitality study tour at Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, with eldest sister Emily in 1997. The experience covered the operation of a hotel, from front office to housekeeping, booking to bartending and dining. And this is the exciting world of tourism we are offering to our students. It is an honor to have Tourism Secretary Gemma Cruz Araneta, former Miss Universe. Actually, she's the first Filipina to win the title. She was our commencement speaker during the college's second commencement exercise. In her message, Secretary Araneta challenges the graduates by saying, "Learning does not end when someone leaves the school, but it is the only beginning of education. Aim for continuous advantage. Be deserving of promotion and advancement." The marker prepared for the school's inauguration was unveiled at the Sea and Sky, where the school had its first house. And it is now transferred to the door entrance of the academic dean's office. Its contents, or its dedicated to, is printed in this newsletter. The institution is dedicated in honor of the late Judge Evaristo Ortega, he is our father, whose life is an exemplar of a father who believes that education is the best legacy, and to Dr. Daniel S. Bolong Sr., the head of the Bolong family, an epitome of noteworthy ideas and a development-oriented man. Since this year is a milestone celebration, we have prepared a marker which will be unveiled after the Holy Mass at the lobby of the Sea and Sky College.
Indeed, ma'am, Sea and Sky College is the pioneer in tourism education. Ma'am, what inspired you to put up Sea and Sky College? What was your initial goal for the Sea and Sky College?
For those not familiar with how the Sea and Sky School was founded, let me share the inspiration received to venture into it. After teaching at St. Louis College for almost 10 years, I, together with my husband Danny, put up the Sea and Sky Hotel in 1992 here at Pagdarawan, overlooking the sea. The Sea and Sky is a catchy name, denoting the beauty of nature, the sea and sky, which must be amply nurtured. Here I saw the need of developing manpower for the booming tourism industry in the region. I also observed the inadequacy on educational institutions responding to this growing need. Thus, it was clearly evident that the Sea and Sky School has a critical role to play. Ultimately, the goal is to provide the students a ladderized scheme of knowledge and skills acquisition, imbibing virtues and social values that would enable them to have an improved quality of life. The school started off with the offering of two courses on tourism: Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management, HRM, and the Bachelor of Science in Travel and Tourism Management, BTM, which is your course, LJ. In 1996, the Commission on Higher Education authorities decided to have the school's name changed from Sea and Sky School to a more appropriate one, Sea and Sky College.
I would like to pose this question to Sir Danny. As the president of the Sea and Sky College, what was your role, sir, in deciding to put up the building at the hillside fronting the Sea and Sky Hotel and Restaurant?
In its first year, there was 125 students housed at the room in the third floor of the Sea and Sky Hotel and Restaurant. I assured my wife that the fourth floor of the hotel will be finished on time for the next school year. The school enrollment jumped to 250, posing a 100% growth rate.
So what my husband was saying, that our first school was held at the hotel. So it says here in the facade of the hotel and restaurant, Sea and Sky School. And as you can see, there's the Philippine flag and the school logo. And it occupied the third floor for its first year, and then second year, including the fourth floor.
So we believe that the increased enrollment of Sea and Sky School was due to the presence of Sea and Sky Hotel and Restaurant, not absorb the students for their on-the-job training or practicum. With increased enrollment, I told my wife to grab the opportunity to purchase the lot on the hillside owned by my good friend Eddie Sarsajas, which is conducive to learning as it's free from air and noise pollution. Its area is around 1,000 square meters, and the architectural plan of the school was made by my favorite architect, my brother-in-law, Jerry Ocampo.
By the way, this is now the college building located at the Green Hills subdivision, where we are having our interview.
The first and second floor of the college building was finished and inaugurated early June 1996. The opening of the school year 1996-97.
Sir, you manage Sea and Sky Hotel Restaurant, and you are as well the president of Sea and Sky College. So how do you find time managing both of the businesses?
Our management style works well with both business. I hold office at the hotel and restaurant while my wife Luz holds office at the CN Sky College. The students have their practicum at the hotel while Luz manages the college. Meetings are held monthly.
By the way, I'm reminded of what my Manong Victor, my first cousin, asked, who is the sea and who is the sky? I told him, Tani, because he stays at the sea, you just see there, while me, sky, because I'm on the top over here.
Madam Luz, what factors do you have to consider in the success of CN Sky College?
I was fortunate enough that my mother, the late Rosa Ubaldo Ortega, and my aunt Consuelo Ubaldo worked at the college. My mother was the treasurer while my aunt was the registrar. I learned hard work, integrity, and building a great reputation from them. I kept up with the reputation of the school as providing quality education. Working hand in hand with our partners, the JED, the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, TESDA, and the city government is a great help. One of the highlights of our fiesta is a parade. In 1995, Sea and Sky College had an eye-catching float of a boat with the theme, Go for the North Quad and Philippines 2000. Let's see, MV Luz. Go for tourism education. The next year, the float was an airplane. It was fictionally made, but it looked so impressive because aside from how it's made, the beauty of the students on the float is, as stewards, made it more attractive. Tourism education flourished with Sea and Sky College. In 1997, the float was a tourist bus. CHED, TESDA, and Abono Party List provide students slots for scholarship. I encourage my faculty to improve their credentials. Thus, our partners, CHED and TESDA, get them as trainers. And a very good example is LJ. There is camaraderie, that is mutual trust and friendship among the faculty, staff, and management. I also adhere to servant leadership. Jesus said, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be your slave, just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Matthew chapter 20, verses 26 to 28. Indeed, God has blessed the Sea and Sky College.
With that, Madam, what are the blessings God has bestowed to the Sea and Sky College?
All who have put their hearts and souls into the college would know the satisfaction of a learning institution. First, watching students learn knowledge, theories, and acquiring skills. Second, students receiving awards during school competitions. Mr. Edsel Bautista, second-year student, emerged champion in the provincial declamation of Mi Ultimo Adios. There are more than 20 translations of Ultimo Adios in English. Luis G. Dato's translation of the first two lines, which he wrote in 1928, was, "Farewell, dear isles, beloved of sea and sky, where once went vision, with Glimpse of Paradise. The contest was sponsored by the Centennial Movement of La Union, led by Mrs. Mary Jane Ortega, and awarding was held on December 13, 1996 at Capitol Building in commemoration of the 100th anniversary of Dr. Jose Rizal's martyrdom. I was there, and so nice to have a picture with my cousin Victor Ortega and the Bishop of La Union, Bishop Kubilis.
Sea Sky College is overall winner in Kusina Ilocanja 97 Food and Beverage Competition. Sea Sky College students during the 9th Provincial Skills emerged as champions, received 3 golds for 3 college entries to the Olympics of competition held last February 28, 2018 at the Ortega Gym in San Fernando City. Imagine I went to this place 3 times for the awards. I'm so happy. Third, our students are gainfully employed after graduation. During our 84 days around the world, imagine we saw at the bus in Greece, Minerva Garnace. She is our graduate at Sea and Sky College. She assisted as twins in our next stop. Some graduates who are now working find time to drop by the school to say thank you.
This time, I would like to pose this question to Dr. Nila Argel, the twin sister of Madam Peace. Ma'am Nila, what made you work with Sea and Sky College?
My mother-in-law, the late Attorney Paslahos Argel, was a deputy administrator of the Land Registry Authority at Quezon City. She retired from government service with a full pension in 1985. And instead of just retiring to her home at Vigan, Ilocos Sur, she worked as a part-time legal counsel of the Archdiocese of Nueva Segovia. She told me that you don't simply retire from work, but just shift to what you are doing after reaching the retirement age. In 1980, when I went to live at Vigan, the place of my husband Pacifico, I worked full-time at the Department of Public Information and worked as part-time instructor at the University of Northern Philippines. Retiring from the Philippine Information Agency as manager of the Vigan Information Center in 2015 with 35 long years of service was not the end of a productive life for me. It was a transition point for beginning a new phase of my life. My life is a mix of mission, working part-time as instructor of Bachelor of Arts Communication at Sea and Sky College, traveling, and relaxing. Teaching keeps me up to date on the advances in communication media, which just keep rolling in. This school year, I am teaching development communication and journalism principles and practices. It's a great feeling being with the young students, teaching and advising them on their thesis. We produced the 25th anniversary magazine of the Sea and Sky Hotel and Restaurant in 2017. And we also made a 25th anniversary magazine for the Sea and Sky College. In the process, it makes me appreciate the accomplishments of the establishments in the community. I am glad to see my former students grow in confidence and go on to get jobs.
Madam Nila, you mentioned that Ma'am Luz welcomed your retirement at PIA so you could be together for your mission. May I know what is this mission?
First of all, we twins are members of the Secular Order of Discalced Carmelites. I call it OCDS. Carmel is a way of life, a very definite way and form of life, and therefore it is lived as a vocation. A vocation is a call. The secular Carmelite is one who has a special call from God. It is a gift given by God to an individual. It guides the members to live a committed life in Christ. Our OCDS House of Prayer is located at Pindangan, City of San Fernando, La Union. We hold our monthly meeting every third Saturday of the month, and I am presently the president of our St. Teresa of Avila community. Luz requests her students to join in the yearly procession and Mass during the feast of St. Teresa of Avila on October 15 and the Solemnity of Our Lady of Mount Carmel on July 15.
On July 2014, the students of the CN Sky College offered 500 scapulars during the offertory procession. This is the scapular, brown scapular. After Mass, the students got their scapulars and distributed the others to the attendants.
What have been the contribution of the school in the community, ma'am?
The college conducted a feeding and outreach program to the children and parents of Barangay Pagdarawan, City of San Fernando, La Union. The students and faculty joined hands in an effort to clean up the CN Sky College building and premises in compliance to Presidential Proclamation number 224, which requires tertiary academic institutions to participate in the global concern to preserve the environment.
With the CN Sky Broadcasting System housed at the CN Sky College, we, Ortega Twins, provided catechism class for children at Pagdarawan through the distribution of a booklet entitled God Speaks to His Children and discussion in our television program, Kambal para sa Diyos. We also had our television series, Feed Thy Soul on Carmelite Spirituality. The school welcomed Sister Elnora Rilurasa, Superior of the Religious of the Virgin Mary, RVM Sisters in Biday, San Fernando, La Union, who paid a visit to the CN Sky School in 1995. The RVM Sisters extended their invitation for a spiritual recollection. Aside from theory within the four walls of the classroom, the SAS gains insight into the Christian way of life in a yearly recollection at the Betania Retreat House.
SAS College and Christ the King College partner up for mass bloodletting activity in September 2012. 76 donors from volunteers, CN Sky College students, faculty, and staff were able to provide 16 bags of blood for the Philippine Red Cross La Union chapter. It was my second time to donate blood. Imagine, kaya ko pala.
The SAS produced in 2010 a stage play, Born for You, The Life of Saint Teresa of Avila. SAS students were the actors and actresses, with Luz and I acting as Saint Teresa. It was staged at San Fernando, Vigan, and Manila. It also produced a documentary film entitled Lights, Camera, Action, 5th Birth Centenary of Saint Teresa of Avila. The film was produced for the people to emulate the love shown by Saint Teresa to God. We watched the movie at CSI Cinema in 2014. Proceeds of the project were given as support to the Sacred Heart of Jesus seminarians of the Diocese of San Fernando, La Union.
The school provides scholarships to children of our faculty and staff, also to the CN Sky Hotel employees and our house helpers. The school provides employment, Graduates are hired as college instructors and employees of Sea and Sky Hotel and Restaurant.
Ma'am Luz, what challenges have you encountered so far?
First, from an enrollment of 125 students in June 1994, the Sea and Sky College population has increased to 464 in school year 1997-1998. It further increased to 891 for school year 2012 to 2013. However, a downturn of enrollment resulted with the K-12 program of the Department of Education. We have to face reality and are appreciative of the students who enrolled over this time. The problem was compensated with the enrollees in our short-term courses, Red and Pastry Production, NC2, and Food and Beverage Service, NC2, and our school also being an accredited assessment center.
Madam Luz, what are your hopes for the school in the next 5 to 25 years?
I am focused on the next 5 to 10 years, which is until I reach 75 years old. Eventually, management will pass on to my children.
Madam Luz has stated that she is focused only on the next 5 to 10 years. I would like to ask now Ma'am Maridi, but as of the moment, Ma'am Maridi is attending the baptism of her son. So let's proceed to Sir JB. Sir JB, you are taking Doctor of Philosophy in International Hospitality Management at Lyceum of the Philippines. So what are your plans of putting up into practice your field of specialization, sir?
To put up a graduate school in international hospitality and tourism management to support the country's vision of becoming a knowledge center through the provision of advanced studies focused on hospitality and tourism.
The top notcher in the 2011 bar exam, Attorney Ludi Bolong, based in Germany with her husband Ruben Velez, is here at San Fernando, La Union to attend the baptism of her niece, Brianne De Leon. May I ask Attorney Ludi? Attorney Ludi, if you're interested to work in any of your family businesses in the future now?
Yes, I eventually want to join Sea and Sky College. I believe in the value of education, and it would be my honor to share my knowledge to fellow Ilocanos, not just about Philippine laws, but also that of the international community.
Madam Luz, may I have your concluding message?
I believe that the Sea and Sky corporations, hotel, college, and broadcasting system complement each other. I am hopeful that while I and my twin Mila are in still good health, our dream of a Sea and Sky broadcasting building will come to a reality. As communication arts graduates from the University of Santo Tomas in 1974, nothing would make us happier than doing our mission. Through baptism, we share in the evangelization work of the church. We mold people to be better citizens and children of God. Programming will cater to all as it is a commercial television. It will also provide a place for the practicum of Bachelor of Arts Communication students. In the first issue of the SAS Gazette, it was printed here. When you have a dream, don't let anything dim it. Keep hoping, keep trying, the sky is the limit. This quotation has inspired me until I saw another quotation in a magazine at the airplane during our Bolong family Danube cruise in April 2019, and I captured it with my cell phone. It says, "The sky was never the limit. In it, no prison nor bars. Reach past it and through it. Trust it and do it, and find yourself reaching for stars." Believe in your dreams. The sky has no limit.
Indeed, the sky was never the limit. With the story of CN Sky College and the 25th anniversary of the foundation, we are very much inspired by your story, ma'am, and how you devoted your time in investing such a very worthwhile business. And it was very educational, it is grateful in our part. Like, I am an alumna of CN Sky College, and I'm very grateful for CN Sky College, ma'am. And with that, we take this opportunity to invite everyone, especially the graduates of CN Sky College, to please come and attend the alumni homecoming. That would be on the 21st of September. It would be at 2 o'clock p.m. at CN Sky Hotel and Restaurant.